is gonna be a good day. Oh my god, I cannot wait to play me some Advent Rising on the Xbox for Last on the Bandwagon. I mean, I have heard so much about this, so many good things, and...
God damn it, Tekken, you piece of shit! I can't stand you! Your last boss is just like, I'm just gonna jug you for 3,000 times! You get off your fucking high horse! You can't have a horse! You're a fucking gay! Yes? John, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing in my house?
My Advent Rising game won't work in the 360, and I spent like $10 on it at MagFest. Can I borrow your Xbox?
Listen, John, you're my friend, and I want to help you out. But it's a fucking video game. And there's gotta be some point where you just gotta say to yourself, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, I see how it is. My own friend doesn't want to help me. I'm just fucking lost. I don't have a fucking review to do. Might as well fucking call this show first on the Dead Wagon, because this show is fucking dead. What's this? Hey Jeff, you got it. We can manage. Okay, very spur of the moment, I know, but honestly right now, I don't give a fuck. Back when I did my review of Shadow of the Colossus, I went into a lot of detail on how fucking beautiful that game was for a PS2 game. And as well it should be, because of the fact that it was considered to be one of, if not the best games of the year that it was released. That being said, we're going to be taking a look at another game that really gives an example on how vital art is when it comes to the innovation of video games. Also, a little known fact about this is that it's one of the only games that Capcom did not fuck up. So, there's some brownie points to Capcom on that one. Anyway, yeah, so we're looking at Okami today. To say this game was given a good reception would honestly be an understatement. It left its goddamn paw print on the gaming world. Game Rankings gave it a 92.65, Metacritic gave it a rating of 93 out of 100, and of course, IGN, while not only giving it a score of 91, said that Okami is something that any self-respecting PlayStation 2 owner should pick up simply because you've never played anything like it before. Ooh, god damn, that was definitely a paw print left on the gaming community by Okami. And yeah, I know that was probably one of the worst dog puns of all time. So to those of you saying that in the comments right now, bite me. Anyway, so, yeah, let's get on to this review by talking about... 1 second, Internet. Hello?
Hey, John, did you, happen to find a package while you were out there? I was waiting for something, and it doesn't seem to have arrived at all.
Oh, not at all, Jeff. I definitely did not take your copy of Okami.
Wait, John, did you really find it?
Well, it was nice talking to you, Heffrey, but right now I have to finish cooking this bacon, so I will talk to you later. Okami is set in a world of Japanese folklore, and begins with a flashback to events 100 years prior to the game's present. The narrator describes how Shiranui, a pure white wolf, and Nagi, a swordsman, together fought the 8-headed demon Orochi to save the Kamiki village and the maiden Nami, Nagi's beloved. Shiranui and Nagi are unable to defeat Orochi, but manage to seal the demon away. Cut to the game's present, Susanoo, a descendant of Nagi and self-proclaimed greatest warrior of all time, breaks Orochi's seal due to the fact that he does not believe in the legend and wants to prove it false. Orochi escapes and curses the land, sapping the life from every living being. Sequoia the Wood Sprite and guardian of Kamiki Village calls forth Amaterasu, the sun goddess, known to villagers as the reincarnation of the white wolf Shiranui, and pleads for her to remove the curse that covers the land. Accompanied by the artist Isun, Amaterasu is able to restore the land to its former beauty. This is honestly one thing I love about the game's story. It's very rich in Japanese mythology and sticks true to some of the original folklore of the culture, whether it be characters, enemies, or even plot lines. Most of it, believe it or not, is actually based around Japanese Shinto spirituality and legendary historical figures of the time. Yeah, I'm kind of a mythology nerd, like, to the point where I wrote a research paper on why the Fallout universe represents Greek mythology so well. Seriously, fucking try me. Remember that energy company that was in charge of everything energy forever? Poseidon, king of the sea. What, you think you could stump me, the master of all things mythological? Well, if you think you can, then please just do me a favor and shoot an email to this address below. But in all seriousness, it's true. When I say that it's based around Japanese mythology, it really is. Some of the folktales used in the game include Kaguya, the Moon Princess, the Tongue-Cut Sparrow, and Isun Boshi, otherwise known as the One-Inch Boy. Another thing that is really done well in this game is actually the progression of the story. The story progresses in a rather standard adventure game manner. When I say that though, I mean that you have this massive overarching goal that you need to meet with a lot of little and sometimes unrelated challenges that you need to complete along the way. But you get this great sense of how important your mission is to the world. Who and what you are and how you affect the people. Yeah! I know my place in the world! I know what I must do to save this wonderful land of Nippon. Oh my god, why in the fuck am I doing this? One other thing I really need to talk about when it comes to Okami is the dialogue. The characters are funny, witty, and genuinely have great personalities. Especially Amaterasu and Isun, the bug-sized artist that acts as your guide of sorts. Even though he tends to be a bit of a pervert, it can be charming. As for Amaterasu, she can be kind of a bit. Hang on. I didn't mean that as an awful dog pun. I have my valid reasons, so hang on. Now, even though Amaterasu in this game is a goddess, she's in the form of a white wolf. She can't talk or form words as you and I would. However, you know how they say actions speak louder than words? Oh yeah, she fucking does some actions. She will literally lie down and go to sleep while someone is talking to her, which is both funny and unexpected for someone like her. She's this graceful god and denied by a fucking dog. That's hilarious. But honestly, the writing and the story for Okami is really, really good. Down, almighty, sun god, thing, dog, like creature. Have some bacon. The gameplay to Okami is a mix of action, platforming, and puzzle gaming genres, which happens to be a bearing resemblance to a few of the games from the Legend of Zelda series. And to back up that claim, let me just remind you that Hideki Kamiya, the director of Okami, is actually a self-proclaimed Zelda fan, and actually stated once, well, even basically admitted, that the Zelda franchise was a huge influence on his game design. That's right, this guy did his research. Now, the one thing I have to say first off when it comes to the gameplay is the controls are fucking hypersensitive. Like, I'm pretty sure when I'm trying to walk forward, I really shouldn't be fishtailing. A major part of this game, which is actually more or less the secondary quest of the game, and I say that in heavy quotations, involves the Celestial Brush, where players can pause the game and bring up a canvas where the player can draw on the screen using the left analog stick in the controller. It's used mainly for puzzles and combat, but also it can be used for completing constellations which will unlock new powers in the brush through the Celestial Brush gods. Each actual god is based after the animals from the Zodiac, and each have a unique ability. See? Even more mythological and spiritual shit. Honestly, I really fucking like this feature in Okami. Like, a lot. Granted, the only problem I have with it is due to the controls itself. It makes things a lot more difficult to draw anything you wanted to. Admit it, you all know you wanted to draw dicks in the sky when you learned that you could first do that with a celestial brush. It's like nature's whiteboard. Aside from that, I want to talk about the combat, and I don't know if I'm gonna get flack for this or not, but honestly, it reminded me a little bit of Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I kinda went there. Maybe it's because I haven't fully played through the game, but the random encounters are something that just really rings a bell to me. Like, you'll just be walking along with your back turned and your defense is lowered and up, random ass battle. That happened like multiple times in the game, and it was pretty much the equivalent of a Nom flashback, reminding me of games like Kingdom Hearts or Pokemon. The only thing that burns in hell is the part of you that won't let go of life. Your memories, your attachments, they burn them all away. But they're not punishing you, he said. They're freeing your soul. So if you're frightened of dying, and you're holding on, you'll see the devils tearing your life away. Hello?
John, are you sure you didn't find it? I mean, I've looked all over the place, and the only thing I can think of is that you took it by accident or something.
Can't talk right now, Jeff. Having non-flashbacks. Okami is actually moderately okay, except for the controls. Okami is well known in the gaming universe for its stylized visuals. Since the game's story and characters take inspiration from Japanese Shinto spirituality and the legendary historical figures that go behind it, it should be without question that the visuals take inspiration from Japanese art styles, mainly using a combination of something inspired by Japanese sumi-e paintings and cell shading. While at first this sounds like an odd combination, it works phenomenally well. To make a comparison, I'm reminded a lot of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. When cell shading is done correctly, much like these two games, it does wonders for the visuals. Wind Waker is one of my favorite games for this reason, and it was something new. It offered something different visually out there and really shines through when it comes to Okami. As for the sound design, honestly, I'm a little indifferent to it. I mean, yeah, the music is very good, traditional old-world Japanese instrumentals are what you're gonna hear, but what really irks me about the sound design is their sound selection when it comes to the dialogue. I can seriously only hear so many times before it starts scratching at my brain and I have to tune out. Fuck, it's doing it now. Oh fuck, stop that. Seriously, if this doesn't stop, I'm just gonna go gouge out my eardrums. I'll fucking... you know what? Fuck it. I'm doing it. Fuck it. I'm fucking doing it. Okay, I'm back. I got a knife. I got this knife that I'm gonna use to gouge out my ears. So, here we go. I'm gonna do it. Here we go. Oh! So that's my review of Okami, guys, and frankly, it should have been honest right from the get-go, but this game is definitely up my alley. It's a combination of action, adventure, and RPG which has an awesome fucking art style. And after playing it, I fully agree with that quote. You need to pick up this game. If you don't, I really don't know what else I can say. Fuck you, maybe? I don't know. But with that said, I am going to take off for now. I will talk to you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Last on the Bandwagon. Anyway, this is Smarty, signing... Yeah, ha! Okay. Hello?
Listen, John, I just wanted to say sorry. I know I've been bugging you all day, but I just really wanted to play Okami, and I was really frustrated, so I just wanted to say sorry.
Jeff, buddy, can we maybe, like, talk later? I'm kind of in the middle of, wrapping up my Okami review, so... I'll call you later or something to look for your thing. Wider. Wider. Too wide. Wider. Okay, let's try that again. Just what?